you're a busy entrepreneur building your personal brand, then you probably realize that content is a major part of that. In this video, we're going to talk about the best microphone for you to use as a busy entrepreneur building your personal brand. And that mic is... What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Oscar Cardona. I own a media company called Pathfinder Production. We do everything from social media, content creation, and marketing, as well as a podcast studio called The Pod Place, the place to podcast in Las Vegas. Today, we're gonna go over the best microphone for building your personal brand as an entrepreneur. Now, when you're a busy entrepreneur and you're building your personal brand, the content sometimes can feel overwhelming. What tools do I use? What do I need to do? Once you start diving into that, there's a couple key elements that you absolutely need. I would argue the number one key element that you absolutely need is a good microphone. You could use your phone and you could build a ton of really great quality content, especially with the new phones and the log footage available in the iPhones. It's incredible what you could do with it. But what you absolutely do need is a microphone. Clear audio is more important, arguably, than the visuals. And not to say that the iPhone is not great quality, because it is. But the very first thing you absolutely need is a microphone. If you look on Amazon, there's a ton of microphones. There's a Hollyland, there's the Rhodes, there's the DJIs, there's Mono, something. The point is there's a ton of them. It could be overwhelming, like which one do I pick? I've used the Rode mics, they're the square ones, and they're kind of bulky if you're just gonna clip them on. They're like a big old square. I'm not a huge fan of those. The audio quality is pretty good. But if you're gonna use them, typically you should use it with a lavalier and like put them like through your clothes and clip them on. Those are great, they're good mics. I would consider them more if you're a videographer or something along those lines. I would probably go with that type of mic. But my entire career, I used the Tascam mic, which is a sole recorder. This was before they had the ones that would just wirelessly connect to your camera and you could use them. Man, that was the ancient days. But I started off with the Tascam recorder. So that's an option, right? But the difference is with the Tascam recorder, you have to take the audio from the file and match it to the camera. Nowadays, it's not the most convenient thing, especially if you're a busy entrepreneur building your personal brand. The Rhodes, we talked about the Rhodes. My entire career, I've used the DJI mics. So we started off with these guys right here, DJI mics. These are really still pretty good. This is the first model. You could still get them relatively cheap on Amazon compared to the newer ones. Comes with two mics. These are also really good for clipping on. It comes with the phone jack and USB-C. So you could actually use these on your phone and you could use them on the computer. Like, so if you're doing a Zoom call or something, you could actually use these mics. They're really good. So this was the first gen DJI mic that I used as a videographer and then also as like building my personal brand. These are great mics. I think back in the day, they were $250, close to $300. I think they were even up to $400, honestly. Now you can get these for like $180. Great quality mics. If you're building a personal brand, these are, I would say, this would be my number 3 recommendation. So it's a third option, third best. DJI, I don't even remember the model, but these guys are good. And they like broke the internet when they came out. These were the hottest things since Pockets. Number 2, DJI mic I use. These are the new gens. They're the TRX. I think they're TRX. They're just the new version of the previous one. These guys are expensive though too, $300, but they're really good. You could plug them in, wireless, they clip on, they're a little bit bigger than the previous model. I would say these are the number two recommendations if you're building your personal brand. These clip right onto the DJI Osmo. If you saw my last video, or maybe by now, I don't know if this is gonna upload in sequence, but if you saw my video, the best camera to build your personal brand, these come with them and they're super good. They come in 48-bit, if you're not familiar with what that is. Basically, it just prevents them from peaking. The audio file is so big, you could save it if it's like really low, and if it's peaked up really high, you could also save it. And it's like color grading raw footage, but for audio. So 48-bit, whatever. This is really good mic. I would say this is, the only reason this isn't number one is because this is more also professional for like videographers. If you just want an easy setup for your phone, this might be slightly overkill. But the number one recommendation is the DJI Mic Mini. These things are sick. They're small, ultra discreet, high quality audio with stable transmission, 48-hour battery life with case. These link directly to the Osmo Pocket, 2-level noise activation, or 2-level active noise canceling, automatically prevents clipping and audio, and it comes with a bunch of cool stuff. It comes with the receiver, 2 mics, the USB charging, a little pouch, clip magnets, the audio cable. Comes with 4 windscreens. I was actually pretty surprised with this. But these things, dude, are sick. I would 100% recommend these. So this is the little pouch it comes with. I just got these last night and I went straight to a shoot to do it. And what's crazy about these is how tiny they are. And the audio canceling. The audio canceling is probably the number one, I would say, most impressive thing. I came straight, like I got this overnighted. It was like 11 a.m. or came between like 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., whatever the Amazon thing. I got them this morning and I went straight to a shoot that I had at 9:30. I didn't anticipate using them, the noise canceling aspects. I just needed some new ones because I actually left these ones at the studio and I didn't want to go back for them. So these guys, oh my goodness. It was a tanning salon shoot. Like they were doing spray tans. And I didn't know that it's like they have a spray gun with the vacuum. It's like and like a compressor, right? I had no idea that the noise canceling was gonna be such a crucial factor for these. But I'll clip in some of the footage so you could see and hear what it sounds like. But more importantly, if you're a busy entrepreneur, these things are super discreet. Look how tiny these are. You could literally put these inside your right here, clip them on. If you want to hide it, you could put them underneath the thing, under your collar, clip them with the magnet, and now it's super discreet. Like, you can barely see them. I love that. And the best part is they connect straight to your phone. So that's what I think is the most important aspect. So there's like a tiny receiver. If you're a busy entrepreneur, you just need something that is easy. It works, it integrates with your lifestyle. It's discreet, it's small. It just works. So you just slip this guy in, boom, clipped in, and then you could plug it straight into your phone. Boom. And all of a sudden, you have high quality audio right off your phone. Straight up. It's dope. Like, this is all you need. If you're trying to build your personal brand, you need this setup, right? An iPhone. I honestly would recommend an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, you're shooting on an Android, that's arguable, right? Like, people say that the Droid has a better camera. For whatever reason, when you edit it and put it together, upload it to social media, Mark Zuckerberg does not like the way the footage comes out. It comes out grainy. I don't know. All you need is an iPhone, these mics, and they're relatively affordable. They're only 160 bucks. So if you're a busy entrepreneur and you're thinking like, if the DJI Osmo is just a little bit expensive or it's on the higher end and you don't want to invest all that right off the bat, then just go with this guy. Look, you just plug this in, it's 160 bucks. All of a sudden you have your microphone and it comes with 2. So you can literally start a podcast with it. You could start a podcast with this and this. It's insane how technology has lowered the barrier of entry. So number one recommended mics if you're a busy entrepreneur would be these DJI Mic Minis. They're just consumer or prosumer level. and they sound great. They're just noise canceling, tiny, discreet. I don't know, I can't get enough. So I'm gonna leave the link below for you guys. If you're considering these mics, check them out. I think they're incredible. These are the #1 mics I would recommend if you're a busy entrepreneur building your personal brand. Until next time, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.